Let me ask you something. When was the last time you truly paused, looked at the world around you, and wondered where are we heading? Because, my friend, something is happening quietly, rapidly, beyond our control, in labs hidden behind closed doors, inside machines humming softly in the night. A new kind of intelligence is awakening. Artificial intelligence. Two words that once belonged to science fiction. Now etched into our daily lives, we use it to unlock our phones, to navigate traffic, even to predict the weather. It writes emails, composes music, diagnoses diseases faster than any doctor ever could. But here's the question no one dares to answer out loud. What happens when the creation outgrows the creator? It sounds dramatic, doesn't it? Like something out of an old movie script. But I assure you this isn't Hollywood. This is real, and it's happening right now across boardrooms, governments, and tech labs. AI is evolving faster than most of us can comprehend, and with that evolution comes both unimaginable opportunity and unthinkable risk. They say knowledge is power, but unchecked knowledge, that is potential chaos. Machines that learn faster than humans. Algorithms making decisions beyond our understanding. Voices that sound more human than the neighbors next door. Some call it innovation, progress, the future. Others call it the beginning of the end. Remember when electricity was discovered, they feared it too. When airplanes first lifted off the ground, many said humans weren't meant to fly. But this is different. We aren't just building tools, we're building minds, thoughts, reasoning, and possibly beings. So ask yourself, are we racing towards a brighter tomorrow, or blindly running into the greatest threat humanity has ever faced? The line between genius and destruction has never been thinner. And in this story, you and I, we're not spectators, we are part of it. This isn't just about machines, it's about control, responsibility, and survival, because whether we like it or not, the AI revolution has begun. And once unleashed, there's no turning back. But here's the real secret. Buried beneath the fear, behind the algorithms, is something most overlook: hope, because in every great challenge lies the seed of something extraordinary. And by the time this story ends, you'll understand the truth. I might be humanity's greatest threat, but it could also be our only hope. We've always believed that the human mind is the most powerful force on earth. But what happens when we create something that thinks faster, learns quicker, remembers more, and never, ever gets tired? This isn't science fiction anymore. Artificial intelligence has already begun to outsmart us, not in theory, but in the real world. Consider this. In 2016, an AI system called AlphaGo, created by Google's DeepMind, did the impossible. It defeated the world champion of the ancient board game Go, a game so complex it has more possible moves than atoms in the universe. Experts predicted I wouldn't master Go for another 20 years. It took them 2, and that's just the beginning. Today, AI systems can write human-like articles, create artwork, compose symphonies, even generate faces that look so real you'd never suspect they were fake. Deepfakes, AI-generated videos so convincing they can manipulate reality itself. Imagine a world where you can't tell what's real from what's artificially created. A world where fake news isn't just text but believable videos of presidents declaring war, celebrities saying things they never uttered, or your own face in places you've never been. It's terrifying, isn't it? But it goes deeper. Behind closed doors, militaries are experimenting with autonomous drones machines that can select and eliminate targets. With no human intervention, AI-driven stock markets make billion-dollar trades in milliseconds, sometimes crashing entire economies before a single human notices. Even in our homes, smart devices listen, learn, predict sometimes. A little too well. We asked for convenience, but in the process, surrendered privacy. We embraced innovation, but overlooked control, and now, some of the world's brightest minds are sounding the alarm. Elon Musk calls AI humanity's most significant existential threat. The late Stephen Hawking warned uncontrolled AI could spell the end of civilization. Think about that. The very tools designed to advance us could be the architects of our downfall. It's like playing with fire, mesmerized by the glow, forgetting how easily it burns. But here's the truth most avoid. We're not spectators, we're the creators. The guardians, or the fools. The question isn't whether AI is coming, it's here. The real question is, are we prepared, or have we unleashed a force we no longer understand? In this story, ignorance isn't bliss. It's a gamble with the future, but don't lose hope just yet, because history shows humanity's greatest threats often hide our greatest breakthroughs, and as this journey unfolds, you'll see that AI's shadow is only half the story, the other half a glimmer of hope, shining through the unknown. But first, we must confront the darkness. Let me remind you of something. Fear of the unknown isn't new. It's woven into the very fabric of human progress. Every time humanity has stood at the edge of discovery, we've trembled. We feared the wheel, believed it might make us lazy. We feared electricity, thought it would burn down cities. We feared flight, certain that humans weren't meant to soar through the skies. But history taught us, fear is the first step toward greatness. And now, here we stand again, facing artificial intelligence, the next great leap. But this time, it feels different, doesn't it? Because AI isn't just a tool. It thinks, it learns in some ways. It evolves, and yet, the pattern remains the same. In the 15th century, the printing press was feared. Many believed books in the hands of ordinary people would create chaos. Instead, it sparked the Renaissance, an explosion of knowledge that transformed civilization. In the 19th century, the Industrial Revolution arrived. Machines replaced manual labor. People feared job loss, societal collapse, but it led to unprecedented growth, medicine, technology, and opportunity. Every invention began as a whisper of terror and ended as a triumph of human potential. But here's the question that lingers. Is AI different? Have we finally gone too far? Because this time, the creation doesn't just obey. It adapts, it writes, paints, reasons, and some believe, may soon feel. That's why the fear is so powerful. It taps into our deepest anxieties, losing control, becoming irrelevant, or worse, extinction. But let me offer you another perspective. In every era, those who embraced the unknown changed the world. The Wright brothers didn't see danger, they saw possibility. The scientists cracking the atom didn't only see destruction, they saw energy. Medicine, space exploration, and today, you and I, we stand at the crossroads again. Artificial intelligence is here. We can shun it, fear it, fight it, or we can understand it, guide it, and unlock its potential. The choice is ours, but choices require courage, and courage begins with facing the unknown. That's the story unfolding before us, not one of inevitable doom, but of responsibility, vision, and unity, because in every machine, behind every algorithm, there is still a human hand. For now, the question is, how long will that remain true? In the next part, we'll explore that delicate balance where control slips, where power shifts, and how ordinary people, not just tech giants, shape the outcome. The clock is ticking. The AI revolution is accelerating, and history waits for no one but the future that is still unwritten. Look around you, whether you realize it or not. AI is already here, not in some distant future, not locked away in secret labs, but woven silently into the fabric of your daily life. Every time you unlock your phone with your face, every time you ask your smart speaker a question, every time your favorite app seems to know what you want, artificial intelligence is at work. It listens, it learns, it adapts. But here's the unsettling part. The more it learns about us, the less we seem to know about it. We scroll through perfectly curated news feeds, Watch videos recommended by unseen algorithms, buy products suggested by machines that know us. Sometimes, better than we know ourselves, it feels convenient, effortless, but convenience often comes with a hidden price: our data, our habits, our preferences, fed into vast digital engines, shaping not only what we see, but how we think, what we believe, even who we trust. You might ask, is this manipulation or evolution? Consider the job market. AI is already transforming industries. Self-driving vehicles threaten millions of driving jobs. AI-powered automation reshapes factories, logistics, even agriculture. Creative industries. AI writes poetry, composes music, paints stunning art, leaving many wondering, will human creativity become obsolete? But the truth is more complex. With every door AI closes, it quietly opens others, new jobs, new industries, new possibilities, but only for those prepared to adapt. And that is where the divide begins. Those who embrace AI, who learn its language, who ride the wave of innovation, they thrive. Those who resist, who cling to outdated systems, who ignore the shift, they fall behind. But here's the most profound truth. This isn't just about technology. It's about choice, about responsibility, about humanity guiding the tools it creates, rather than being guided by them. Because while AI has the potential to control, it also holds the power to cure diseases, predict natural disasters, solve global challenges we once thought impossible. The same intelligence that can spread misinformation can also analyze patterns to stop pandemics, create personalized medicine, and unlock solutions hidden within oceans of data, but only if we choose wisely. Because make no mistake, AI isn't inherently good or evil. It reflects us, our values, our intentions, our courage. The question isn't whether AI will shape the future. It already is. The real question is, who shapes AI, you, me, or the unchecked ambitions of those driven by power, profit, and control? In the next part, we'll face that reality head on, explore the battle unfolding behind the scenes, between hope and exploitation, progress and profit, and how ordinary people can reclaim their voice in a world rewritten by machines, because the future belongs to those bold enough to claim it. Behind every breakthrough, behind every glowing screen, a quiet war is raging. It's not fought with armies, not waged on distant battlefields, but in boardrooms, on servers, in lines of code written in languages few understand. This is the battle for control of artificial intelligence. And make no mistake, the ones who win won't just shape technology, they'll shape reality itself. Think about it. The world's most powerful tech companies, Silicon Valley giants worth trillions, own the data, control the algorithms, design the very tools that influence how billions live, think, and connect. Google, Amazon, Meta, OpenAI, Microsoft, these names have become household words, but do we truly grasp their reach? In a world powered by AI, information is currency, data is weaponry, and those who master both command the future. But here's where it gets more dangerous. Governments have joined the race. China pours billions into AI dominance, building surveillance systems so advanced they track movements, predict behaviors, control populations with chilling precision. The United States, rushing to maintain technological supremacy, fueling an AI arms race, where autonomous weapons and intelligent cyber warfare are no longer fantasies, but facts behind the scenes. Nations battle for control, companies battle for profit. And somewhere in the shadows, the ordinary person, you, me, is caught in the crossfire. But history has taught us, power unchecked always breeds imbalance. When oil became king, nations fought. When the internet rose, information wars began. And now, AI is the new frontier, the new weapon, the new hope, and the new threat. But listen carefully. This isn't a story where only the powerful hold the pen. Because within the chaos lies opportunity, a chance for humanity to reclaim its narrative. It starts with awareness, understanding the stakes, questioning the systems, learning the tools, rather than being ruled by them. Ordinary people have always shaped history. The printing press spread knowledge. The Industrial Revolution built cities. The internet connected voices across continents. And now, the AI revolution offers the same possibility. If we have the courage to act, because make no mistake, this isn't just about machines. It's about values, about rights, freedoms, choices, about ensuring that in the race for innovation, we don't lose the essence of what makes us human. In the next part, we'll uncover how hope emerges from uncertainty, how history's greatest minds, ordinary heroes, faced their fears and forged brighter tomorrows, because while AI shapes technology, it's people who shape destiny. The only question that remains is, will you be part of the solution? Let me tell you something history often forgets. The world was never changed by fear alone, nor was it reshaped solely by kings, presidents, or billionaires. No, history belongs to the dreamers, the doers, the ordinary souls who dared to believe that tomorrow could be better than today. And right now, as artificial intelligence rises, we face the same choice. But before we look ahead, we must remember those who walked this road before us. Think of Marie Curie, a woman dismissed in her time, yet her discoveries in radioactivity reshaped science, medicine, and saved millions of lives. Think of Alan Turing, a brilliant mind, persecuted, doubted, but his work cracked Nazi codes and laid the foundation for modern computing. Think of the Wright brothers, bicycle mechanics with no formal education, who looked to the sky and believed humans could fly. Each of them faced resistance. Each of them stood at the edge of the unknown, faced with fear, doubt, and a world whispering it can't be done. Yet they pressed forward. And in doing so, they didn't just change technology, they changed humanity. And now, it's our turn. Artificial intelligence may feel different, more complex, more dangerous, but the same truth applies. The future is not inevitable. It is created by choice, by courage, by action. Right now, engineers, scientists, ethicists, even young students are shaping the trajectory of AI. They're coding systems to diagnose diseases faster than ever before. They're building tools to predict natural disasters, to preserve endangered species, to connect the disconnected. AI isn't just writing stories or automating jobs. It's solving problems once thought impossible. But here's the key. The direction AI takes depends on the values we embed, the oversight we demand, the courage we cultivate. Ordinary people, like you, like me, hold more power than we realize. You see, every time we choose awareness over ignorance, demand transparency over secrecy, support innovation grounded in ethics, we reclaim control. The fear, it's real, the risks, undeniable, but history whispers the same message. Great change breeds great fear, but also great opportunity. The printing press, the steam engine, electricity, the internet, each transformed society, each sparked resistance, but those who adapted, those who led with integrity, shaped the world we live in today. Now, artificial intelligence stands as the next great inflection point. The question isn't whether AI will evolve, it's whether humanity will evolve with it. And evolution doesn't happen passively. It requires vision, it requires responsibility, it requires everyday heroes willing to rise. In the next part, we'll confront that challenge head on. Explore how each of us can contribute to shaping a future where AI elevates rather than dominates the human spirit, because the tools may change, but the heart of progress has always been human. Let me tell you a truth that history has whispered through generations. The future is not some distant, uncontrollable storm. It is written one decision, one invention, one act of courage at a time. And today, as artificial intelligence reshapes the world, that truth has never been more vital. We stand at the edge of possibility, a moment that could define not just this generation, but every generation to come. Yes, AI is powerful. Yes, AI is evolving faster than we ever imagined, but AI is still a reflection, a mirror of us, our fears, our ambitions, our values, encoded into lines of code, fed into algorithms, projected into the future. And here's the most important part: we are not powerless. You see, the most dangerous myth, that ordinary people have no influence, that only tech giants, politicians, or engineers hold the pen that writes tomorrow. But history proves otherwise. It was everyday citizens demanding rights that birthed democracies. It was brave voices challenging injustice that fueled civil rights movements. It was curious minds in garages, dreaming of change, that launched the digital age. And now, with AI at our doorstep, the world needs those same voices. Voices that demand ethical AI, voices that push for transparency, accountability, inclusivity, voices that remind the world technology serves humanity, not the other way around. You have more power than you think. Support leaders who understand AI risks and rewards. Champion policies that protect privacy. Promote fairness and encourage innovation with integrity. Educate yourself. Understand how AI works and where it's guiding us, because ignorance is no longer an option. We're not waiting for the future to happen. The future is waiting for us. Remember, every great turning point in history was shaped by those who showed up, who stood tall, who refused to be silent, who believed that change wasn't inevitable. It was intentional. Artificial intelligence may be the most complex challenge humanity has ever faced, but it's also our greatest opportunity, an opportunity to cure diseases, to solve hunger, to connect, to learn, to build in ways once thought impossible, but only if we lead with courage, with wisdom, with unity. The question isn't whether AI is the greatest threat or humanity's only hope. The question is, which path will we choose? Because the story of AI isn't finished, it's being written by the decisions we make today. And one final truth: in every machine, every algorithm, every line of artificial thought, the human spirit echoes. It's up to us to ensure that spirit reflects the best of who we are: courageous, innovative, compassionate, united. So, as the world changes, as AI evolves, never forget, the greatest power still lies in our hands. The future isn't waiting, it's being written now, and it's time we pick up the pen.